Hey, what's up guys? It is the Magnet Gamer here. Guys, today I'm going to be playing some Kerbal Space Program Career Mode on version 0.23. And as you can see, I've already built my rocket here. Guys, those of you who don't know what Kerbal Space Program is and are just stumbling upon this video, Kerbal Space Program is basically just a game where you have to just make your own space program, launch a bunch of rockets off, satellites, get to other planets. It's pretty fun if you get good at it, but if you really suck at it like I do, it's a long road. It's a long way down. The game is $27 on Steam and on the website KerbalSpaceProgram.com. It's worth it again if you're good at it, and I'm okay at it, and I bought it anyway. But as you can see, this is my first rocket, the first rocket MK1. I have my parachute, my pod, my fuel tank, and my engine. I kind of want to get off to a fast start here because I want to get actually 2 missions in. I want to get this rocket in here to gather some science and a suborbital flight, and then next episode we'll get into an orbit. And hopefully the episode after that will make an attempt for the moon. Don't know if it's going to happen. I've actually never made it to the moon before and actually came back. So guys, keep your fingers crossed for this series, and let's launch this puppy. Alright, so we got it on the launch pad, and let's go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, I kind of want to steer this away from the water because I want to take a ground sample after we've landed. Alright, let's take a crew report to gather up some science, and science is basically just the currency in this game. That's how you get new parts. So yeah, the shores look inviting, and you watch the waves roll into the coast. Alright, so if we keep the science, we'll get 3.5. If we keep the report, we'll get 3.5 science, and if we transmit it, we'll get 3.5. So I'm going to transmit that data. You can see that little communicatron going up there to transmit the science. And it is going to go back in about a second. We're almost out of fuel. And 3, we're out of fuel. Alright, I'm gonna deploy the parachute at about 500 meters. I don't think, yeah. Alright, so our apoapsis is about 15,000 meters. The apoapsis is basically just the highest point in your orbit, and it's also the time when you go the slowest. Alright, so guys, this is my first video on YouTube ever. And I plan to do a lot. I've got Steam, so I can play a bunch of free games on it. I'm going to do a bunch of free games on Steam, like Tactical Intervention, Fistful of Frags, that's also a good game. And don't forget Team Fortress 2. I'm going to record that even though I suck at it. But here we go, we're dropping back down now. And once we deploy the chute and get the ground, I'm going to, Bill is just going to hop out right here. And he's going to take a ground sample, plant a flag, marking this spot as a first mission here, and then we'll recover the vessel, and we'll do our suborbital flight, man. Alright, so let me just do a quick time warp here. And I've been poking around YouTube a lot, a bunch of Kerbal Space Program series. And I've lately seen that none of them are actually live. I'm actually recording this while I'm playing the game right now, and I've seen a bunch of other Kerbal Space Program series where they don't record it while they're playing the game, and I don't really see, the fun in that, right? So I'm recording this live. That could be a downside for people because it's not going to be time accelerated, and I may not record sometimes. Each recording may not be that successful. But now I'm going to pull the chute. And the chute is up. Alright. I know for a fact that this is going to break. This engine's going to break off, so you may see a little explosion go off before it touches down. So yeah, we're about 500 meters above the ground. Let's time warp a bit. 400. 300, 200, and 100. Alright guys, so I'm gonna take this sample. Yep, there it is. I'm gonna take the sample, gather the flag, and I'll see you in the VAB. Guys, I'm back. And we're back in the VAB. I just bought the first tier, and we've unlocked some more parts, like a stacked decoupler, very crucial part. So we're gonna try to make a suborbital rocket here. Maybe we'll do. I'm not sure what I'm gonna name it yet. Alright, so let's put, first of all, let's put this fuel tank right here. Alright, so this is the only engine we have, you know that. So we'll put a fuel tank right there, a decoupler, and maybe another fuel tank and an extra one right there, and with that engine right there. I'm not quite sure if I want to put an SRB here, a solid rocket booster, because they do tend to give you a lot less control, and with me not having an SAS module yet, I'm not sure if I want to do that. But it would give us a lot more thrust. I'm not sure. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the same amount of fuel on these 3 tanks as I am on the first stage, and that'll give us more thrust. That'll probably give us just as much thrust as, or almost as much thrust as a solid rocket booster. So we got that. We've got to put our mystery goo containment unit on here. And we're gonna put 2 on the sides, the edges of the pod. And don't let me forget, I gotta put a quick decoupler on below the pod. So let me just figure out my staging here. Got that. Yep. Nope. Hold on. And then we need to put this right here. Wait, hold on. Alright, I'm confused. So that decouples. Man, I'm embarrassed. That decouples, and alright, that looks good. So that is our rocket. Alright, first rocket. I'm not sure what to name this, because I can't name it first rocket or second rocket. That would just sound stupid. I'm gonna try to name it like actual rocket names that sound like cool and like notorious. How about the Centrium 1? There we go. And what's gonna be the mission flag? How about just Kerbal? That'll be good. Alright, and who's gonna be flying this one? Alright, so we can have available crew, and ooh, Jebediah is gonna be flying this one. Bill is just an idiot, it really looks like that, so I'm just gonna keep Jeb in there. Alright, there we go. So we got all our staging correct. Let's save him and launch this puppy. Alright. So I'm gonna try to steer the Centrium 1. As you can see, there's our pod and our rocket right there. I'm gonna try to steer it to the north, maybe toward these mountains, or maybe toward this direction, right in this plane right here. Alright, here we go. Let's launch the Centrium 1. So what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna keep it about, not on the 270, but maybe going north on the nav ball. Alright, let's launch it and go. Alright, so I'm gonna try to point this direction. Alright, so maybe on the 315 vector, 315 degrees. Alright, there we go, we got a little gravity turn going there. Alright. I'm actually really surprised, because usually these type of rocket stages, these type of first stages where they strap them to the side, they usually spin, you know, rotate like a lot, and that could really throw off your navigation on it. But it looks like it's doing pretty good, and it just may not be because just maybe because I don't have any decouplers on there, radial decouplers on the sides. There's our first mission flag right there, and it looks like we're about 10,000 meters up. Don't think we're gonna get into orbit, and even if we do, we'll probably there we go, we're starting to rotate now. And we're gonna decouple and ignite this stage right here. Don't think we're gonna get to orbit. I mean, we are 17,000 meters up, but I honestly don't want to get up to orbit. Whoa, what the? Alright, it actually does look like we could actually potentially get into orbit, but I really don't want to, because if we do get into orbit, we're probably not gonna have enough to get back. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, I have so much fuel left, I really don't want to waste it or just not use it, but we have to stay on this continent. I really do want to stay. Alright, it looks like we're perfect right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna alright, I'm just gonna decouple right here. Alright, let's get some mystery goo going right here. Observe the mystery goo. Alright, looks like we get 7 science if we recover the pod, and we'll get about 2.1, about 30% of the science there. The goo seems to be getting very cold now. Alright, so we got that, and we got the other side too, so this will get us a good chunk of science this mission. And the goo seems to be getting very cold now. Alright, we're gonna get 7 more science from that. Let's do a crew report, which will get us a good amount of science. We can transmit that back to Kerbal, the Space Center. You record the crew's assessment of the situation. Duh. Alright, we'll get about 3.5 science, not as much as I anticipated. But we will do a EVA report and a sample when we get back onto ground. I actually think we are in space right now, as you can see the atmosphere gauge right there. But I really don't want to like get off and try to do an EVA report from space, because as you can see, we are almost at our apoapsis of 66,000, which is space. Looks like we're gonna Looks like we're gonna land around right here, but we know that it's gonna decrease a bit because we do have to re-enter, and that'll slow us down. So yeah, I didn't actually get this game off of Steam. I just downloaded it off of the website. But yeah, it's still pretty fun. I haven't gotten to. The key is that what I'm really worried about in this series is I haven't gotten to any planets yet without cheating and using the debug toolbar. The way to use the debug toolbar, I probably shouldn't be showing you this, is function Alt F12, and it shows you like you could use like infinite fuel. I'm not using any of that. I'm gonna play this series legit, and it's gonna be really hard because I've never gotten to the moon legit. I've gotten to the moon with like a little pod and infinite fuel, but hopefully I'll get lucky and I'll actually be able to get to the moon legitimately. Alright, so let me just turn the SAS on. We're gonna get ready to re-enter the atmosphere, and let me just it looks like we're gonna land right on top of that mountain. I don't have the best graphics on this game right now because I needed to turn them down a bit for recording, but usually when I do play this game I have top graphics on because I got a freaking smoking computer. I don't need to brag for you Windows 7 users out there, but never mind. So we're just gonna do a quick time warp. We're at 20,000 meters. Let me just get back on our retrograde marker to get a proper re-entry. And as you can see, we're getting some re-entry effects there. Looks like we're gonna land right on this mountain, which is not very good. Alright, we got a little re-entry effect there. And I'm not sure when to pop the chute because I'm not sure where. I think I'll just pop it right here because it looks like we're getting pretty close to the ground. This actually looks like a pretty good mountain. Looks cool. Also, what I want to do is I want to set up some bases around Kerbal. I think that would just be really cool. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do any space planes in this series, but it's something to consider definitely. So I'm gonna pop the chute right here, and it looks like we are actually pretty close to the ground. We're going about 100 meters per second toward the ground. Wait, what the? Oh. Alright, I thought this chute wasn't going to deploy before we hit the ground. But it looks like we're A-okay here. Man, it looks like our other stage just crashed to the ground there. Blew up. Alright, so just got to wait a bit for this to go all the way down. And stop. And our second mission, suborbital flight, it looks like it's good mission. Oh, please don't roll. Alright, good. So I'm going to get Jeb out. I'm going to do a quick flag place thing, yeah. And I'm gonna do surface sample. Alright, so EVA report. We'll get 2.4 science off of this, and we'll also take a surface sample, which will give us 9 science. So we're actually gonna get a good chunk of science. Let me see if I can deploy flag. Can I deploy flag? I don't think I can. I don't know where that is. Alright, so I'm gonna hop back in the pod before I can recover the vessel. And guys, it looks like that is going to conclude our first episode. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this episode. Just keep note that there's plenty more videos to come of Kerbal Space Program. And look at that, guys. 36 science just from a suborbital flight. Well, 25 science really, but 36 science we still have just from a suborbital flight. So I'm gonna grab some tears here. You know, I'll make this decision next video. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like and subscribe for more, a bunch of more Kerbal Space Program videos if you enjoy Kerbal Space Program, and a bunch of new just gaming videos in general. I'm just going to be playing a bunch of games on my channel. So guys, make sure you smack that subscribe button, and we'll see you later.